Hey guys, Coach Glenn Preston here. Just wanted to make you a little video to recap what we did here today at Wilson Park. We had an excellent first day of camp. The kids were focused, they paid attention, they were on fire and really hungry to learn. We loved the energy and effort that was put forth today, and we're off to a great start. So every day when camp concludes, we want to send you a little video of something that we learned. That way you get some information, you can help your son or daughter learn the techniques or some of the mechanics that they picked up today. That way you can help your player with the fundamentals outside of practice, outside of games, and continue to help them improve on a day-to-day basis. So what we talked about today in hitting, we talked about the stance, we talked about the position of power, and then our hitting platform. Hitting platform is that good position of power that you want to feel when your stride foot lands. So we broke it down into 3 steps. We just call it the load, stride, freeze drill. So we start with our stance, that's 1. We start with our load, that's 2. And our stride and freeze, and then we hold it. So once you're in this good platform, this good hitting platform, there's 3 things that you want to check for. 3 important things to look for to make sure that you're in a really good, strong position to hit. So the first thing, after your stride foot lands, number 1, you want to make sure your weight is still on your back foot. We want 50 to 70% of your weight still on your back leg, on your back side. A lot of times after kids load, stride, and freeze, their weight's in front. They have 70 to 80% of their weight in front, and then it's hard to get their backside involved. It's hard to get their lower half involved, and they're just swinging with all their arms. So that's number 1. When the load, stride, freeze happens, boom, we want to make sure at least 50 to 70% of their weight is on their back leg. Number 2, after the load, stride, freeze occurs, we want to make sure their hands are back. Hands are back in a good, strong position to hit. Above or behind the back foot. If I draw a straight line down, I want to be somewhat above my back foot. We don't want them here. That's another thing that'll happen a lot of times with young hitters. After that stride foot lands, everything comes forward and their hands are here. And it's hard to hit from this position as opposed to this position here. When our hands are back, a lot stronger, a lot more force, gives them a lot more opportunity to drive the ball when the hands are back. You always say, you hear the analogy, if you're going to hit somebody, would you do this or would you come back and do it? The answer is always you're going to come back and throw a punch. Same thing with hitting. You want those hands back, good strong position to hit. Number 3 thing we look for when we're in that strong hitting platform, when you load, stride, freeze, 3rd thing we look for is the knob of the bat. And where's the bat going? We don't want them wrapping the barrel. We don't want it back here. We don't want it out here. So we always tell them there's a laser on the knob of your bat, and that laser should be pointed towards the catcher. The laser's always going down towards the catcher, not the umpire, not the stands, not right field, not the pitcher. Laser is pointed towards the catcher. That way, bat's in a good position to hit. They're not wrapping the bat. They're not losing power if it's here. And they're in a good, strong position to hit. Their wrists are still loaded. They get the full use of their wrists from the swing, and it just helps them drive the ball and get a lot more power. So again, 3 important things to remember after the load, stride, freeze. 50 to 70% of your weight is on your backside. Hands are back above your back foot or pretty close to it. Hands are in a strong position to hit. And the laser of my bat, laser coming off my knob, is going back towards the catcher. So that's what we tried to really hit home with the kids today in the hitting portion of our camp today. And that's just a few tips that you can take along to continue to help them, to continue to coach them, and continue to get better.